Good morning, everybody. We'll be playing our soundtrack today while we get going. And we're just looking at what a regular day of gameplay looks like on Million on Mars for, you know, just your average player.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Oh man, that soundtrack. Love it. Alright. So, one of the first things that I do as soon as I log in is hunt around for any notifications on my plots. Complete anything that hasn't already been completed. Claim all those solar panels. And start charging power cells. So with these ones, where it only costs 1 stamina to charge the power cell, the main thing I'm aiming to do here is use my own stamina for all of these. I don't want to post my jobs on 1 stamina jobs if I can help it. I want to charge most of these cells myself. And you can see there we ran out of stamina. We can charge like a couple more. We can do 3 more single power cells, get them going. And yeah, as soon as we run out of stamina there, the first thing we're going to do is recharge our stamina by eating some food and water. And head back over to charge some more cells. So we've got a fair number to get through here, so we'll do as many as we can with the stamina that we have. Probably won't post a ton of jobs this morning. We'll move over to doing some of the more exciting stuff after we just reload a couple of our solar panels. Because we've got enough power here to do most of our other jobs on our other plot. So this little section of land that we've got here is located in Coprades. And we've got 15 stamina left to finish off just a few plots here. And once we finish off this last plot, these last couple of solar panels, we'll make our way over to our factories and our rover works and a bunch of our other exciting buildings that we have going on in our other area. And we'll see what a bunch of those do. All right. Okay, so we're gonna head to our plots. We know that our other plot is... our other plot is... Blank Noon Talk sounds correct. Let's go check... Oh, no, that's one of these ones. Okay. So we'll head to our plots, and... I think any of... Yeah, like this is gonna be over here. Okay, so we're looking at a big field of all of our exciting plots over here. And usually the way I do these is either bottom to top or top to bottom. Hey, welcome to the stream. We're answering any questions for new players here today. No. That's not there. Don't worry about that. Alright, so we'll start by claiming all of our regolith here. We'll recharge some stuff. So it takes us 15 power cells to recharge our mining rigs. 60 power total. And we've got enough here. So the mining rigs are really what we want to be spending our jobs on. Hey, ya boy, welcome to the stream. How's it going? When ROI? Yeah, I mean, so if we do have new players coming and we want to explain like how we actually earn Dusk in game, we can definitely talk about it. If we have anyone who needs those questions answered and wants to see, we can do some math on stream and show where the profits are coming from. Oh yeah, okay. This is gonna take more than three cells here to get this going. So our machine shops here, a bunch of our rare machine shops, that's what we have on most of our plots, are gonna take 2 power cells per task. So we load them up with 6 power cells to get going, and we make some plates. We can make 3 total in each one, and we're gonna post these jobs so we save a little bit of money. How many Dusk can you get dismantling pirate radio? You can definitely lose a lot of Dusk by dismantling your pirate radio, that's for sure. Yeah, we'll see how we do for, you know, we're only doing a short little 1 hour here, and we'll see how that goes. If we really get to it at the end, we could dismantle a pirate radio. I don't think we'll get there. I think we've got enough other things to get going for the day. I'm just so psyched for the soundtrack. So I don't always load up all of these sab reactors. They're a little bit stamina intensive. But we'll get these ones going for today. See, I don't want to use up the work orders on them because they only take 1 stamina. Oh, right, okay, so we have some other actions available. We could be drinking our coffee here. Gain a little bit more stamina to fill out the rest of the sab reactors that we want to turn on. And then we'll hit some rover buttons here in a second as well. Methane is useful for making PVC. Thank you. Yes, excellent. Oh, our rovers aren't done. These are done in 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll be able to claim these sometime on stream today. We'll be able to show what those rewards are. We've just got, you know, sort of sporadic power cells strewn about our empire here. So we'll sort of turn them on as we go, using up some of our stamina. We can also go and gather some more stamina from our pirate radio. So we'll do that at the end here as well, as we make our way top to bottom in our little empire and, oh, press all the buttons. Oh, it's a lot of collect CO2 tasks that we're grabbing here. So yeah, I was going to say, hopefully we get some nitrogen and argon here. That's kind of nice. Those are some gases that it's been hinted at. They're going to be useful in the future. Okay, so there we've run out of stamina. And so now is when I head to my pirate radio and start pressing buttons here to gain some more stamina. And then we realize that we're actually out of vibes. So we're going to head to the shop and buy some vibes today. And it's going to be an expensive purchase. This is going to, you know, probably kill most of our profits that we've pulled in the last couple days here. Yeah, I guess for anyone hanging out today, what kind of profits are you looking at in a day? How much are most of the people in chat making? For anyone who's tracking their Dusk, if you're reinvesting it and it's just disappearing, I guess that's fair too. So we're gonna load up our pirate radio with vibes. Hey, at least 3. What a fantastic running joke. Yeah, and has everyone gotten out and done all the entries for some giveaways and some prizes? Definitely some big stuff to be won out there. Launched on the Twitter and the Discord this morning. Got all that stuff out there for everybody. Oh, we're just recharging multiple times by accident. That's fine. Alright, so like we said before, if we're reloading our mining rigs, we definitely want to be doing these ones as jobs and not loading all of our stamina ourselves. All of the Dusk. Alright, fair enough, Jumpgate. Alright. Yeah, so we want to be spending our stamina on any of these smaller buildings like the SAB reactors and the solar panels, because we want to be using our 1 stamina, or we don't want to be using up our jobs on 1 stamina jobs when we could just dump 1 stamina in ourselves to fill it up. I suppose we could also be looking at turning off slow mode for Twitch chat. I feel like I could probably keep up. It's been a little crowded in the past, though. We've needed multiple mods in here to handle everything. That felt like we just gathered enough supplies to... Oh, not quite. To make another Explorer rover. Well, wasn't quite enough stuff. Let's just finish reloading some of our other factories, some of our other stuff. Quick spam the chat. Yep, fill her up. Go for it. So as long as we have work orders, we're going to keep placing work orders for plates and things. We're actually almost running out of ore. It doesn't usually happen. But yeah, I think if we check some of our other buildings here, we probably have enough materials to get another Explorer rover going. How many of the different factories are most people running? Like, are you all running, like, you know, tons of SAB reactors, like millions of slots, or... Also, bonus points to anyone who can actually tell what song. 15 slot. Yeah, nice. Okay, yeah. Are people able to name the songs? Like, do you know what they are without actually looking them up and listening to them yourself? 5 SAB slots. Right on. So, like, we need all those gases soon, right? That's gonna be a big deal. Have I done ceramics? No, I don't really touch ceramics. Not really for me personally, but you know, to each their own. Seems a little bit high risk, high reward for me. Okay, so we have enough to turn on a PVC task. We're going to make sure we do that in our most efficient chem lab that we have. So we've got a chem lab 6 over here. That's where we'll be launching our PVC. New user, have 20 SAB slots, so I might be doing it wrong. Ah, Felix, you're fine. Hey, DK, welcome on in. How's everyone doing today? Up bright and early, excited for the new giveaway. But yeah, 20 SAB slots. I mean, you're going to be set for, you know, as soon as gases start becoming really utilized. I don't think we need to power up more of our machine shops, actually. We're out of ores to turn into plates. Oh, there's some electronic parts that are done. So with that, what else are we short on to make our next Explorer rover? Oh, we need some machined parts. Using methane to PVC at the moment as I need cells. Ah, gotcha, yeah. So we're making our power cells. It's not really a chain that I followed that often. But yeah, we're making empty power cells by... Oh yeah, extruding the pipe, getting the ore. I have no iron ore. I also have like 200 empty power cells, so that hasn't been a limiting factor, but once you get them going, right, you got those empty cells, you charge them up, you can use them right away. It's great stuff. You don't really need to purchase more. Yeah, let me know if our music is a little overpowering there. It was creeping up a little bit. Bought the iron ore. Didn't seem... Yeah, it's probably not worth making. What are we throwing in the cantina? We need what? We have 6 slots here, so we need 18 power cells to run all these. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't usually burn my empty power cells in the cantina. They're pretty valuable. Okay, so we don't have enough to do this, so we're gonna do ice mining. And we want to post these as jobs as long as we have work orders remaining. Same thing over here. Yeah, we did a lot of regolith mining last night. And my limiting factor for building here has mostly seemed to be copper ore. To be able... copper ore and PVC, but PVC usually goes a little bit faster. Do I buy solar shards or do I go for Bazaar Lotto? That's an interesting question. So, I mean, usually I roll all of my things in the Bazaar. But I don't buy solar shards. I sort of turn all of my shards into solar shards by rolling them at the Bazaar. I could show a little bit of how we do that and what that looks like. Hopefully we can launch a few more ice tasks here. We already did our pirate radio. This is all of these. So let's just complete all of these. Yeah, I think we have a few tokens so we can show what that looks like at least. I'm just hoping that we have enough. Oh, we probably need more ice actually. I don't think we have enough ice to get all these going. Did we mine ice out of any of these mining rigs? Hey, there we go. There's a load of ice. Okay, let's get some more ice mining going. First time viewer, welcome on in. What's the use for scavenging XP? So scavenging XP is not currently used, but the plans for the future are for that XP to be able to be turned into sort of future skills, investing in different areas, becoming better at scavenging, basically. Okay, so with that load of ice, we can get some more stuff going. And we're out of ice again. Oh, we probably could have done, like, a load of scrap collection. Whoops. Should have swapped those around. That's okay, we'll live. Maybe we have more ice in this mining rig? Did we mine regolith? Yeah, we mined ice, okay. Oh, and a pile of machine parts. That was a lot of machine parts. Okay, let's get these solar panels going. This is what we want to be dumping our stamina on. These smaller jobs. Anything that takes like 3, 4, 5 stamina, that's what we want to be spending our jobs on. Okay, let's load up at least one more cantina. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be short to do this last one. We can only fit 2 jobs, and we're gonna be a little short on ice. That's okay, though. Over here, we'll get all this copper that we had built up, and we'll recharge with 6 power cells, 2 per slot, and we'll start some more copper. We've probably got enough for, yeah, another load of 3 in this one. I don't know if we're going to load that one up just yet. We might need that regolith to make some electronic parts. Nah, see, we're 1 copper ore short. So maybe we will... we could go claim some power cell. You know, let's see. We have enough to get this rover going, right? Okay, let's go start our new rover. So if we go right down to all of our plots, we can go here, we can go back to our initial plots. What's my favorite building? Okay, well, I'll show you in just a minute which building I own that is my favorite building. I just want to head over to this rover works. Oh, we're going to have another rover done in like a little over 4 hours. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we have enough to get this one going as well. This is absolutely something I want to spend a work order on, rather than using 8 of my own stamina, which could save me 8 1-stamina jobs. This costs me 1 job. Done. Yeah, let's go look at our favorite building. So if we head back to this plot, and we head up this way. So this is my favorite building that I own. It's the Leon Dusk's Super Straw, which gives us a bit of space to talk about artifacts for anyone interested. So your artifact is basically... No, I haven't been running it because I want to be able to move it if I need to. I don't want it to be tied down with tasks, right? But I can claim the Dusk here every now and then. Hey, Saman, welcome on into the chat. Welcome to the channel. If you're a first-time player for Million on Mars, you're welcome to ask any questions. A 4-hour wait? No, I mean, if I was doing any of the tasks in here, 8 hours, 8 hours, what if I need to move it on a whim, you know? Okay, so someone earlier was asking about Bazaar rolls, so we could do some of these and talk a little bit about what this is doing and what we're doing with all of these shards here. So basically, let's follow the whole process. So we go to the shop, and we find the shards that we're looking for on the side. So for example, our epic shards here. We've already turned most of these into tokens, but basically, if we're looking at epic shards specifically, we can exchange 5 of the shards for 1 token. We're moving a little too fast. Yeah, basically for everyone we get 1 token. So then we take all those tokens that we've made. We already have some in our inventory, so we can just head right on back. We roll them in the Bazaar here. So we stick a few coins in. And each of these tokens that we're rolling will either give us a handful more shards. So, you know, between 5, 10, a pile of epic shards. Or if we have a failed roll, we'll only get 1 shard of the epic type, but we'll also get a house credit. And if we get enough house credits, eventually we will get a free building or a free roll. And we probably have enough tokens to make our way through one of these today, so we can look at what that looks like when we get to the very end. Only 2 completed. We're moving a little too quick. We're back over 10,000 Dusk though, so that's kind of exciting. One of the things that we've been pushing for is trying to get our way up to 25,000. Where do you get your shards from? So I get my shards from doing rover missions, explorer rover missions. But you can also get them from like dismantling buildings, which will give you a range of shards when you dismantle the building. You can also get shards from scavenging. So you can use those shards as well. Oh yeah, I mean they're very expensive, but you can eventually build your own over the course of like a few weeks if you have all the required buildings to build your way up. But, you know, even as an entry-level player, you can find your shards from scavenging. And using those scavenged shards, you can turn them into shards. Oh, the rover building is what you're after. I got you. Yeah, they're pretty expensive on the market. What is the floor price of a rover works? About 1,500 Dusk. So I suppose these are also like one-time sales a very long time ago. Oh yeah, the rover works are definitely pretty expensive on AtomicHub right now. So we rolled all of our coins. We're still a little bit short to show this off, so we'll make a few more epic coins so we can show what this looks like. Epic coins, heading on over to the greenhouse. We'll just make a couple here. We don't want to like go overboard or anything. Just enough to show off what we're talking about with the Bazaar. What is everybody's favorite track? On the soundtrack, anyone have like their top picks, ones that they listen to fairly often, ones that they end up putting on in the background of things? Personally, mine is Swivel. That track is fantastic, and I just love the slow build-up. I will overlay it on everything. Anyone who's been watching the YouTube tutorials, you'll notice that Swivel is definitely the background song for that first series that we're working on. Alright, so we've got a handful more shards here. We've got enough to get going. You'll also notice we're pretty low on power cells. We're down to 15. So we may have to go claim some more power cells today. Okay, so we got 21 tokens here, which should be more than enough to get us to our next building credit. And then hopefully we could pull a rover works from here, and then we could set up another one. First time chatter, anonymously 001, welcome on in. What's the best setup for a newbie that has one common land plot Gen 2? Alright. Can you pull all buildings? Yes, except for special buildings, Felix. So you have a chance to pull basically anything, like rover works, mining rig, any factory, any core building, just none of the special buildings. I'll get to you in a second here anonymously. We'll probably have a look at what an ideal plot looks like. There we go, got some of that stuff out of the way. So with this credit roll, we will throw it in here and we'll see what epic building we get. So like on the high end, we're looking for like an epic rover works, an epic mining rig, you know, a few other things. Equal chance, or assuming rover is harder. So basically all of the core buildings, all of the factories, they all have equal chance, and then the rover works and the mining rig are like much smaller chance. But yeah, you can't pull a Bazaar, you can't pull a Cantina, Pirate Radio, any of the special buildings. Those aren't in the loot table. So we hit complete, and we pull an epic chem lab. All right. Any factory building's always a nice one, so that's exciting. All right, anonymously, let's look at what we would do with a 50 space plot. Okay, so we've got 50 space on a Gen 2 common plot. How we're going to use this space most efficiently as a new player. So the things that I'm going to look at as a new player are that we need to make our own food and water to be self-sufficient, right? So the first things we're going to do are buy ourselves a... Hey, first time chatter, welcome on in. If anyone who's just coming to the stream for the first time, any new players just discovering Million on Mars, just ask any questions you want. We're answering all questions in the chat today for any new players. So right now we're looking at what we want to put on a brand new Gen 1 plot for people. So I would stick to at least one of each of the common buildings. How do you win? Solar panels the best starting building. So you do need solar cells for absolutely everything. But if you want to be self-sufficient, you want to make your own food and water. In order to do that, you're going to need at least a common CAD so that you can make some soil. You're going to need a greenhouse to grow your food in. And you're going to need a water filter in order to filter your water from ice. And you're going to need a bunch of solar panels. Basically, as many solar panels as you can afford. You want to fill up the rest of your land with solar. So, for the people who are saying solar panels are the best starting buildings, scavenging XP, okay. So we talked about scavenging XP a little bit earlier, but we can do a quick run through again. So basically, when you do advanced scavenging, you get scavenging XP. Currently, it just builds up in your inventory. And eventually, you'll be able to spend that scavenging XP on sort of developing your scavenging skills. So you'll get better at it. You'll unlock, like we have the novice scavenging tools right now, advanced scavenging. Basically, just better unlocks. Yeah, so it doesn't currently exist, but we like counting that experience that you're already investing so that you can use it in the future. Spend a few more Dusk for Gen 1 buildings to save space, especially when you only have 50. Hey, EcoTube, welcome to the channel. Happy to have you. That's a fantastic recommendation. So, if you can afford it, so one of the things to look at here, this common solar panel 22, it only costs you 44 Dusk. But if you look at the common solar panel, which is the Gen 1 solar panel, it costs significantly more, almost 3 times as much. But this one only takes up 5 space, where this one takes up 10 space. And if all you've got is a single Gen 2 plot, that's going to make a pretty big difference on, the percent of space that it's taking up. Candy canes. Yeah, we can absolutely talk about candy canes. So while I talk about those, I'm just going to do some solar panels in the background here. Claiming some solar panels, starting up some new ones, that kind of thing. So candy canes. Candy canes were a holiday item that were part of an event. We had a Christmas event for Scorpius, so Scorpius on Mars. And we had polar workshops. And so in those polar workshops, inventory is too full. Yeah, we're pretty full up there. Got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, so during that holiday event, we were building toys, and then there were actions to ship those toys off in exchange for Dusk. But part of building the toys, one of the expenses was candy canes. So you needed to use the candy canes in your polar workshops in order to make the toys in the first place. Those candy canes at the end of the event weren't, they weren't removed, so some people still might have some sitting around. If you ever see screenshots of them or you see some of those items, that's why they're in people's inventories. So I'm just curious, like, how did you hear about them or where did you see them? Because I think you said you were a new player, right? I don't think too many people have candy canes kicking around from that long ago. We could probably check our inventory. We might have a couple still. Yeah, so currently they don't have any use. They'll probably be useful again, like next time an event comes up, but not currently. And yeah, so like I was saying, refilling and claiming all our solar panels here takes a fairly long time. Hey, welcome on into the chat. Con555. Happy to have you. Welcome on in. And like we said at the start of the stream, we will probably be able to claim our Rover works here in just a minute. As we had sent out a good chunk of Explorer rovers, and our missions take about 13 hours. So we'll be able to see them come rolling in here in just a little bit. Any other gameplay loops that people are interested in? Things that they're wondering how they work, things that they want to know about? Library is in process. It's, you know, being worked on currently by the team. Really good people behind it. You know, I'm the guy who plays the game. Do I partake in the coffee loop? Cantina or tea shop? Okay, yeah, we can look at some of those. Do I partake in the coffee loop? So personally, I do not make my own coffee. I really should. But usually, you know, I'll just go to across the street and order mine. All right, let's tackle some of these. We'll get through them. Yep. First hauler rover. That's super exciting. Oh man, I love people getting their first rovers out there. So for the coffee loop in game, I do have a bunch of grind and brews here. I never turn them on. Growing the beans and like fermenting them and following the whole process, that's what this setup is. I have the greenhouse, I have the water filter, I have the grind and brews, but I don't have the power or the work slots to do all of that. So mostly I steer clear of it, and I just purchase my own coffee off the market, and I consider it a fine investment for me. Cantina or tea shop? Okay, so we can definitely talk about those. Cantina was one of the first things I did today, but I can go look at some of them. I don't do many actions in the tea shop. Food, I don't see a renewable way for it. Okay, so renewable for food is just growing it in the greenhouse. We definitely have looked at that one before. We talked a little bit about it earlier, but basically no giveaways on this stream, but if you haven't seen it, definitely head over to the Give Labs. It's announced on our Twitter, it's announced on the Discord. Big stuff happening. Hey, Azure, welcome on in. Happy to have you here. Where to get seeds, though? So the best place for you to get seeds right now, you have a couple ways. You could buy them on the market for Dusk. That's fine. That's always an acceptable option. You could get them from purchasing seed packs on AtomicHub. But those are both, you know, limited, and there's not that many there. So the new way to get seeds, where you bring them into the game and they're generated, is going to be from scavenging. So scavenging is the best way to get seeds right now. I'm not 100% sure if they're in advanced scavenging, but they're definitely in regular scavenging. So, you know, you press this button and you get a little pop-up, and hopefully you'll find some seeds by scavenging there. Water profits. Oh, yeah, okay. So we can have a look at this and just sort of do the math on how to figure out if something is profitable. This would be a good thing just to walk somebody through who's never looked at it before and have an idea of how to calculate if something is profitable. Yeah, so I think you probably have to do some regular scavenging as well. There's probably some more seeds in that table. But yeah, currently scavenging is the way to get seeds. That may change in the future. Recipes are always adapting. The game is always adjusting to the player's needs. The team that works on it is fantastic. And, you know, they'll never let something sit for too long if it's identified as an issue, so. Alright, let's look at how to calculate profit for water filters. That's an easy enough one for us to do. Hey, Trellix, welcome on in. So what we'll do is pull up a calculator on the other screen here, and we'll do some math. Okay. So we're going to our water filter. So for us to filter water, it's going to cost us 10 power, and 40 ice, and 1 stamina. 4 mythic shards in advanced scavenging, and was shocked. Hey, that's exciting. Yeah, you have to do math if you want to figure out what's worth doing. Alright, so let's look at some ice. Let's say the price for ice is 0.05. We gotta buy 40 ice to make some water. So that ice is gonna cost us 2 Dusk in order to plug all of our ice in. If we look at power cells, the difference between a full one and an empty one is about 2 Dusk. So we're basically paying 1 Dusk for every 10 power. The more buildings you have, the more you earn. That's a fair statement. Yeah, generally the more stuff you have running, the more Dusk you'll have coming in. So basically 1 power for us to pay for the 10 power that we're going to need. So if anyone's wondering how the math works, you pay 11 for this power cell, you put your power into your building, you sell the empty power cell, that costs you 2 Dusk. So you paid 11, you get back 9, so you paid 2 Dusk for 20 power. So if we're going back to our water task, we look at this. We paid 2 Dusk for this ice, we paid 1 Dusk for this power storage. So basically, if we can sell the water that we get from doing 1 water task, we are going to net ourselves, as long as it is worth more than 3 Dusk on the output, then we have made money, right? Is that everyone following along? Kind of makes sense? That's how we do the math for figuring out if our tasks are worth doing. We still have a fair bit of power, so we could go look at some of our buildings on our other plots. Let's head back over to this other area that we've got. Oh, look at that. A bunch of stuff is finished up. But someone was asking about cantinas, so we can look at some cantinas here in just a second. Oh, even more power cells. Okay, so we'll start dumping more power cells into our mining rigs that are ready to go. We want to be mining ice mostly because we've got cantinas that we want to transport that ice in. We have a few tasks here that aren't turned on. That's interesting. Oh, that might just be the order that people took jobs in, if it took a little bit longer for those jobs to get filled. Yeah, that looks like that's what's happening with some of these. So all these solar panels haven't finished because the jobs finished at different times based on when people took them. So this is always exciting to me. This tells me that our rovers are done because we have 16 rovers here. We have 6 in this rover works, 5 in this one, and 5 in this one. And so this will be an exciting one for any of the new players on stream. If you have never seen an Explorer Rover's mission come in and seen what the results can be and the profits from one of these missions, this will really give you an idea of why you want to work towards these rovers. So just finishing one mission here, you can see, you know, a fair bit of a bunch of shards, some steel, some ore, and that last bit is our rover coming back as well. Yeah, and so that's one mission, and we sent out 16 of these. So sending out these explorer missions, they're coming back with loads of stuff. Look at all that titanium ore, steel, aluminum, dusk, shards, like a good mix of everything that you're after. So these are really what you want to be working towards as your end game. Just taking a second there, have some coffee. Okay, so we're going to finish the rest of these relatively quickly. We'll just complete everything. And you'll see it'll pile up all of those. It'll cycle through all the different shards that we're getting. Show us all the different stuff. And we'll be ready to launch all of these rovers again. So each Explorer rover takes 100 power, so a fair number. How do you stop the things which you receive from vanishing from the screen so you can read it? So basically, if I go in here and I hit complete, if I click outside of this window, so if I click over to, you know, any other tab, but this is still up on my monitor, these will not go away until you click back into this screen. You could also bring up like a snipping tool, you could do something else. You can hover over them if you're hovering over any individual. These are called toasters, by the way. That's the name for these little pop-ups for anyone who wasn't aware. So if you hover over a toaster, it will also stay here, but it won't hold all of them. So basically, if we go in here and we want to save this greenhouse shard, we can hover over the individual one if we want to just check, like, what building did we get, or like how much dust did we get from a mission. Yeah. Yeah, we'll complete all of these. Just pull in all this stuff at the same time. You cannot, however, tab out if it's going to cycle through a bunch more stuff than you were able to display. They'll just cycle. They won't hold, unfortunately. yeah, so we'll send out some more of these missions. We'll get this last one going. And when this last one comes in, we are going to basically take all of this ore that we got from all these missions and start up all of our machine shops today. So yeah, that's those Explorer rovers, right? Like, such huge income from all of those coming in. Definitely something you want to work towards. Do we have enough regolith? Not really. We don't really want to start that one up. So the main thing we want to do is go through and start up all these machine shops. So we'll recharge them with 6 power cells, and then we'll just start up some plates in each of them. So we've got a good number of machine shops because of how much ore comes in from those missions. So we've got at least, I don't know, like a machine shop on almost every plot. Just got a whole bunch of them scattered about, given how much ore comes in and how much we have to turn into plates. Oh right, there's one hidden down at the bottom here as well. Forgot about this guy. And, you know, we use all those shards that we get from the Rover works and those Explorer rovers coming in to upgrade our machine shops as we go. You'll notice that, like, all the solar panels on this plot are all fully upgraded. Alright, we'll get this guy going. We'll look at these solar panels after a few more of them finish. We just want to make sure we visit all of our plots and turn on all of our machine shops first. Oh man, can anyone identify the song without having to look it up? I need a rover, or the hollow run. Yeah, okay, so just talk about the difference between, between a hauler and an explorer. So you notice there mostly what we were getting, right, was rare, epic, legendary, and mythic shards. So that's the range for, like, the high-end missions for Explorer rovers. The Hauler rovers, your range of shard types. And you also saw we were getting titanium and aluminum and steel. So the Hauler rovers, basically they're doing the same thing for you, but they're getting copper and iron, and they're bringing in common, uncommon, rare, and I think sometimes epic shards on the advanced Explorer, or the advanced hauler missions that are there. Yeah, definitely worth looking into, and those missions are also safe, even just in a common rover works. You don't need the rare ones to get those going. So, like, any rover works is going to be great just to get some haulers out there and start having some income. I don't know that we want to dump that many jobs into our mythic CAD that we've got here. This thing loves eating power. In order to fill this up and get 27 tasks going to make carbon dioxide, we'd have to dump almost like 90 power cells in there. So I don't think we're going to touch that. We just want to go find all of our... Oh, I could have sworn that we had... Yeah, oh, these machine shops are already running. Well, I think we ran out of machine shops to put things into. That's not too big of a deal. And we didn't get any more ice, right? None of our ice tasks finished. Just solar panels here. So we'll get these last couple solar panels going. And then, yeah, the last thing I would look at for the day is turning all of the leftover shards after I just went around and upgraded some stuff. I'd turn all of those shards into Bazaar tokens, and then I would use those tokens to run them in the Bazaar, and I'd hope that I get more solar panel shards as a result. Because in an ideal world, I'd be spending all of my... Oh, these are finished at the same time. Okay. In an ideal world, I'd be maxing out all of my solar panels, which on this plot, I've already finished them, but we've got a lot more solar panels to get to and a lot more things to upgrade, so it's not ready. Okay. Finished at the same time that we hit complete. It just needed a minute. Just needed a little bit more time there to finish itself up. We've also got one to complete here. Yeah, okay, so we'll fire up that last one. That's fine. What are we short on? Task capacity. Oh, we're gonna run out of empty power cells soon, too. How many power cells do we make in a day? That is a good question. I want to say somewhere between 250 and 350, maybe? 250, 350, maybe 400 at the most if we're really, like, waking up to run our power cell cycles and get them going every single time. Because, like, a bunch of these solar panels run every 13 hours instead of every 20 when they're fully upgraded. Okay, I think we will smelt these last few. I was really hoping to get this smelter upgraded, though. Maybe we can do them in, like, this epic one? Oh, we're 7 shards short. So sometimes when I get to this situation, I will actually go upgrade it. Like, I'll go buy the 7 shards from the market because I want to do the upgrade before I get it going. So I head to the market and I look for a smelter. I buy some epic smelter shards. I need 7 of them and I'll pay 10 each, and somebody has them out on the market. Something to note about the market for the people, if people aren't using it that often. The market will give you the best offer that's out there. So we put in 10, but we paid 6 for each. So we're not actually paying 10. I just bought them from you. Hey, there you go. There you go. Have some Dusk. So we didn't pay the full 10, right? Because somebody had them listed on the market for cheaper than that. There's a rare level 5 solar panel. Have 12 hours. So the best, like, upgraded solar panels that are all the way upgraded are usually 13 hours. Oh, we have room to throw in one more plate here. That's exciting. So for example, if we head over to this solar panel... Oh, that one's just finishing. That one's just finishing. Don't have a great example. I thought one of these we just reloaded, but maybe not. 16 hours if we're charging, like, as many as we can. 13 hours if we really want to have fast turnaround on our solar cells. But some of our, like, highest upgraded, like an epic at level 5, that's upgraded all the way. Good stuff. Best thing out there. Okay, let's see. What was the last thing? Oh, yeah, we're gonna go upgrade our smelter. Let's get that thing done. It's always a hefty investment, 250 Dusk. So, you know, after upgrading a bunch of our buildings, we've sat mostly at the same amount that we started the stream on. We had a 10,011, I think. How many rovers can I have from one common rover works? You can have 3. It's got 3 slots. So basically your rover works, you get 1 more slot for each level. And when it's fully upgraded, your commons will be able to, oops, 2, 4, 6, 8. Your commons will never fully protect your rovers from going. So at the very highest level, when you upgrade your common to max level, you'll be getting 2% risk on your, like, most dangerous missions. So, alright, so we've done this. We've got it all the way upgraded. We've dumped all of our power in here. So we're looking at, we can actually only start 3 of these. We don't have that much regolith stored up. And usually the last thing I'm going to do here is sort of look at what things I need to start another rover. So some machine parts, got lots of those. So I need more electronic parts, more rover wheels. So next time I've got a slot in one of my machine shops, I'm going to build some rover wheels. But looking at the chassis, I think we also, yeah, we need another machine shop to get this going. We also need some structural parts. Let's see, are we making those anywhere? Okay, yeah, we're already making those. So we already planned ahead. We know we need another chassis, so we're going to get this thing going and, you know, fire one of those up as soon as we can. All right. Yeah, that's most of our building. So we would spend like the rest of any amount of time that we were going to play today heading to the shop, heading to the bazaar, trading in some tokens, and just rolling. We had 0 of these before. We now have 90 shards, 56 shards. So we'd turn all these in for tokens, and we'd keep rolling in the bazaar in the future. But for now, we're coming up on an hour streamed, and it's been great to connect with some of the people out in the community. All the new players out there, everyone rolling in from this giveaway, coming to say hi. Really recommend everyone go meet us over on the Discord if you haven't already. We're always happy to have people come on in, make their way over. Hey, Trellix. So if you haven't already, come join the Discord, come say hi, join the community. Fantastic people over there. And check out the Twitter, head on over there, and enter the giveaway that has been going on for, just a little bit now. And over the next couple of weeks, we're going to have some other streamers promoting our games, just all these different wax games that we've got out here that we're promoting together. And yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out today, and hope you all have a good one. Later.